What is up, everybody? It's Kites, man. You know, I'm out here recording some Hinokami Chronicle gameplay, and ooh, nice Fang Pierce punish. Man, I'm ultimately enjoying the game. It's pretty fun. I think that honestly, it has enough content and everything to keep the game going, especially with the new demons that just dropped out. Okay, let me see if I can get the punish over here. Oh nah, she got me. But with the demons that came out, like Akaza and Rui, I guess like everybody's starting to get into their own rankings of where they want the characters. That damage is terrible. Where they want their characters to really sit in and be at. But a lot of issues that are not getting really discussed, besides like the demon placements or like the water spammers, it's kind of an issue that's kind of been at the start of the game, and it's disconnecting. Give me a soul. So ultimately, the game is pretty solid, man. I really don't have a lot of complaints. A lot of people are gonna call it like the next Storm 4 or whatever, but I think it's its own game, really. Okay, let me get a crazy combo right here. Crazy cutting, Fang Pierce. I probably could have did a lot better with that, but the disconnecting issue is like, it's a big issue, and I'm gonna stop sugarcoating and calling it disconnecting, because we all know what it really is. It's people rage quitting the game, and I guess that's something that's gonna always exist in the gaming world, but in Demon Slayer it kind of affects it a little differently, right? For instance, I just got this guy right now, right? All these matches that are gonna be in this recording are matches where somebody is disconnecting, which is fine, because, you know, like, I gotta expose them, you feel me? But oh, I don't know what I was doing there. But it sucks because the game is already like really intense, you know, and some of these matches get down to the wire, to the point where like it's one person ultimately winning by like one mistake or one move, because that's all fighting games are, is who's gonna make the most mistakes, or who's gonna catch the other person off guard. Ooh, good water punish right there. Water will. Ooh, water will again. He could have punished me there, but oh wait, he got the grab. Ouch. Anyway, so with the game's rankings like that, of course people are gonna, you know, keep joining on to the game as more people get their favorite characters in the series coming out, because Demon Slayer is a pretty hot topic right now, right? It's pretty consistent. The anime is fire. The movie was amazing, and the game honestly is probably one of the funnest fighting games that have came out in a while that I can actually just enjoy. You know, I'm a Dead or Alive player, so you know, people don't really understand the mechanics of that game, and honestly, these are two completely separate games. But coming from Dead or Alive, I don't feel like I'm struggling with this game as well. I played over 150 matches in rank so far, and I've kind of won 92 or 93 of those matches, which is fine. So it's cool. So I can say like I'm decent because I understand like fighting game mechanics. So like when I see these videos of talking about like the spammer issues and stuff like that, I've made my own actually. It's kind of just pointing out simple things that are always going to be in fighting games, but I don't really see people talk about the rage quitting issue as much. You know, we got forums of like on Reddit of people. Ooh, nice punch. You got forums of people talking about it and people kind of pointing it out. Oh, Fang Pierce. Let me see if I can get a decent combo off of this. Yep. Okay. You know, sometimes you gotta just go for the basics. But you don't see people. Okay, another punch. You don't see people really talking about the spammer issue. I mean, the rage quitting issue as much. And I guess it's because, you know, there's not really much you can do about it. But I do see that it's something that kind of needs to be addressed, especially as somebody who is trying to make content and stuff for the game, and somebody who's actually, yep, there it is, right there, yep. But as somebody who's trying to, okay, game play right here. As somebody who's trying to grow content in the game and trying to, like, you know, build up some type of like a play style, a individual play style that like I can stand out with, it kind of sucks because if you don't play these characters that are gonna, Jesus, if you don't play these characters that are kind of gonna kill an opponent really fast, or you try to do something too flashy, or if your opponent feels like you're cheesing them in some type of way, even though you're doing the game the right way, you're gonna run into this issue of them just flat out rage quitting. Like right now, I literally switched to Rengoku just so I can kill people faster, because I got tired of them all rage quitting before I can actually get my points off. You get me? But the rage quitting issue kind of sucks because Demon Slayer doesn't have a real true punishment for it, right? Like when you rage quit, all they really do is they just put like a disconnected tally mark next to your name, like, oh, this person's disconnected 27 times or 17 times. Like, God forbid somebody actually does that. And it's cool because, you know, like you can like shame them, right? You can avoid playing matches with them. But the problem that I'm really seeing with it, as somebody who's like, for instance, I'm trying to get up to like the higher rankings so I can start making more competitive matches, and, you know, having better content of me, not just like, oh, okay, he could have did a lot more damage with that combo. But I don't want to sit there and make content of me just beating up people that like don't really know the mechanics of the game that much. I want to play against more competitive people because, you know, that's how you demonstrate yourself, right? But I'm constantly playing against these lower levels. Oh, yeah, that's all my fault. Okay, had to use my little recovery there, but it's fine. It's fine. He uses, but it sucks because people don't realize, like, when you're going against an opponent that, for instance, is a little higher skill level than you, or they're just playing a little bit better than you, and you don't want to play them again, the biggest mistake you can do is rage quit on them, because at the end of the day, they don't get their points for the match. You get me? And that's another thing, is like the fact that some of these matches can go like almost 10 to 15 minutes long, depending on how well each person's playing, and depending on how many sets you guys play. And it's the fact that, like, dude, you played a whole 15-minute set, right? Oh, nice punish. You played a whole 15-minute set just to leave the game and, like, hit the low-tier god before your opponent could get their points. And at that point, you wasted your time and you kind of wasted their time, right? And I feel like the game should be punishing people for that. Because what you guys are doing when you guys are rage quitting like that, you're not realizing it, but you're kind of keeping these people who are, like, quote unquote smurfing, you're keeping them in that same area as you, right? I had a guy like legit rage quit on me in one of these matches, and then he rage quit. I took a 5-minute break and I queued back up and I got him again, you know, and I beat him again and he rage quit for the second time, and then we got into like a little argument. I told him, like, flat out, like, hey man, I don't want to play against you anymore either, but as long as you keep rage quitting, I'm going to be stuck down here in these rankings with you. Especially with how Demon Slayer's ranking system is. It's like you get 100 points, 85 points, whatever. So we're kind of all in like this big cluster of ranking. It's not really organized. Me and this guy were just going at it. These both just got desperate there. It's funny. Dead Calm is such a beautiful finisher. But people don't realize, like, when you're rage quitting, you're keeping that person in your ranking bracket. Like, you're not getting rid of them. You're not finding an easier opponent. If anything, there's like a whole bunch of people who are in the lower ranks now who have no business being in the lower ranks. Like, to the point where it took me just to get like to the rank 2000s, right? I had to go through about 12 disconnects in one match. Like 12, I mean in one sitting. Like, I played 12 games in one day and had 12 people rage quit off of that. And it's just like, dude, like, you guys don't understand. If you guys would just take that loss and, you know, just man up and take the L for a little bit, you won't have to see me anymore, you know? I'll go play against somebody who's my skill level or a little bit better, who's going to probably whoop my tail, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? I just want to play against people who I'm supposed to be playing with. I don't feel good beating new players or people who don't understand, like, who are you know, just trying to play the game because they like anime games. You get me? Some people just wanna just play the game casually, and I get that. And you want to just play ranked, like, it's not sweaty for you, and I get that. That's fine, because at the end of that's video games, you know. But it sucks because when you're rage quitting and you're stopping me from getting the points, it's like that saying is like, oh, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. You get me? And you're keeping me in your bracket. And I feel like the game CyberConnect needs to, like, address this issue a little bit. I think they need to. Ooh, nice grab. Like, that was me. Yeah, that was me. Nice grab. As I'm watching this gameplay back, I'm like, god dang, like, some of these matches were pretty fun. Some of these matches, like, even like right now, like, these matches are fire to look at just so people can just quit at the end. It's like, dude, learn from your loss and get better, you know? Rage quitting, it's like a temporary fix to a problem. Like, yeah, you stop your opponent from getting the glory of, like, getting their points, but then they queue up with you again, and guess what? You're gonna rage quit again? And CyberConnect needs to address this, because CyberConnect definitely needs to punish people for the rage quitting problem. Like, I say, like, either put them in like a different queue system, or I mean, even do what Street Fighter does with Capcom, what they do with Street Fighter 5, and like suspend a person for like a day or 2 days. I don't think you should permanently ban people, because I feel like if you paid $60, you should be able to play the game no matter what. But it sucks, because it gives this game a bad rank experience, and it's pushing a lot of people away, because nobody wants to sit there and play a full match just so the guy can go, I don't like this game because this guy's better, or this game isn't fair, I'm being spammed, and just quit the game. Like, everything is, no matter what, how you lose, whether you feel like it's cheesy or not, it's something you could have did better to fix it, and it's something you could have did to, like, get out of that situation. And you rage quitting is just, it's not fixing anything, you get me? It's just you're just putting yourself in like a Tsukiyomi type vibe, you know? You're gonna keep going through the cycle. You're never gonna get better, because you're gonna keep rage quitting. And at this point, there's people in the ranked scene right now that have like 40 or 50 rage quit disconnects on their name, and it's like, dude, you know, it's not that people are cheesing you and that this game is fake, or people are like, you know, there it goes again, taking the easy route out of the situation. It's just, you know, maybe sometimes you just gotta take the L, man. But at the end of the day, you know, like, it's just my opinion, or like how I feel about it. I do feel like CyberConnect needs to handle something about the rage quitting, but, you know, if you guys feel differently, feel free to let me know, man. See you guys next video.